And after having successfully remembered to unmute myself, we are back with Out of the Abyss, no party mode. After a very long, outstanding absence, we are back, and we are excited to have you guys. Alright, let's get the nitty-gritty out of this and begin with the usual shenanigans, which honestly is not a whole lot, because I'm ready to start. Really all we need is just to remind you that, let's see. Oh yeah! First off, Indigo, A4 Design! That's where this overlay came from. I would like you to just consider that as we go through this very brief prelude to what happened last time. So, if you don't know, the wonderful world of the Underdark is a little bit, it's a little bit edgy right now, particularly because they're dealing with this incursion of demons that seem to have made their way from the Abyss to everywhere else. So, our players here were once prisoners of the Drow in this little outpost called Velkenvelv that's way underground in the Underdark. And using this sort of demon incursion as their advantage, they escaped. And have realized escaping is not even the safest thing they could have done, because the presence of these demons is absolute. They are causing these tremors in the societies and the earth itself. And there's really nowhere that's safe. We discovered that quite readily last time when we came to Mantol-Derith, which is sort of this neutral hub of trade where the Drow, the Snurfneblin, some of the Kuatoa, as well as the Duragar. I remembered all of them and I pronounced them all, yay! We're able to come together and sort of trade with the surface. And you guys noticed pretty quickly that some sort of madness had infected this rather... Oh, there's just problems. There's problems here. I could tell you all of them, but let's just get to the source of it. The source of it, you sort of discovered after tracking down a few things, was this black gem that one of the Snurfneblins, the Deep Gnomes, discovered and brought back. Or the Duragar discovered and brought back. And now there's this big rift between some of the communities here. There's like almost a war gonna break out. You guys, with the insistence of the Mind Flayer Grazalax, who's the head of the Society of Brilliance, opted to stop an assassination from the Drow side of things. Don't give me that sigh. This is what Drow do, Abby.
I know, but like, Sarah doesn't care. I just let them kill themselves. Meh. Lex is like, that's good of everybody.
You're so naughty. And following that, they did either kill or subdue the majority of the attackers. Apparently, the head of the Zentarum Enclave is still living, and is quite pleased with you guys. But you had left the Quaggoth Darendel, who is actually, as he says, a prince from the Elven lands above the surface. He found a friend down here in Mantol-Derith, a fellow elf named Slatis Valdir. And Mr. Slatis Valdir is you realized he's a bit of a nut, because he quickly went somewhere else into his own little lair, where he also took Eldith, the dwarf shield scout that you guys have been traveling around with, and somehow Darendel is in this crazed sort of animalistic state, and they're getting ready to have a feast on Eldith's. They're gonna rip her arms off and roast them. You get the feeling. Shushar, that is what you saw from Glabagul's eye, or the stone that you gave him, and right now that's the last thing we did before we jumped back into or jumped away from, all that stuff. And then a hurricane happened, and I had to cancel stuff, and now we're back. We're all fine. And I love everyone. So, what would you like to do, sir?
Shushar wants to run to where Darendel is as quickly as possible.
Okay, to do that, you're going to have to cross-reference your knowledge of Mantol-Derith with what you can see from Glabagool. So, go ahead and give me, maybe like a survivalist check. Or something along the lines of, I wish this was Mouse Guard so I could tell you, do Pathfinder, or do Scout. Instead, how about you give me something like an intelligence check, maybe?
Like an investigation?
Investigation, that's better. Thank you. Oh my gosh, it's been so long since I came to D&D.
Welcome back to 5e.
Yeah, welcome back to 5e, everybody. Oh, jeez. So, that was a lovely roll, sir. An 8 does not, however, grant you this overstanding ability to find where this is. But what I will say is that you can sort of cross-reference with Glabagool. Does this rock let you communicate with him?
No, it doesn't.
Doesn't.
I don't think so. Let me check to make sure. I don't think it
All
does.
right. While you check, Sereth and Stool, what are you guys doing? Sereth, this human is sort of like standing. He's dressed in this rich red tunic and silks, and he just looks very rich and handsome. And he looks to you and says, "Whoa, saving me from the What do you got?"
For the next 24 hours, you can use an action to learn the object's location relative to you, its distance and direction, and to look at the object surrounding from its point of view as if you were there.
This is why D&D is sometimes infuriating and very helpful, because I was a little lost on how to get you there. So,
Mystics, eh?
Yes, as a Shushar, the big fish man just sort of like, gotta focus. Sereth, this man sort of holds out his arm to shake yours. He says, "My name is Gazrim. I'm sort of the big shot here at Zentarm. I just wanted to double check. You're not with them, right? With her?" And he's sort of pointing to the dead and subdued drow.
I killed some of them, so I hope not.
Well, I'm just double checking because, this could be a facade. You could be using this moment with my guard down. And he just sort of tilts his head towards you.
Yes, I could be.
Yes, you could be. But will you? And you notice that he has this mad gleam in his eye. And he sort of whirls towards you, Stool, and he says, "Or is it you? Are you the assassin?"
Nobody's here to assassinate anybody.
If it was me, you would know, because, I'm not stealthy. Normally I make a lot of noise trying to kill things. Anyway.
And at this point, Shushar.
Plus, I'm a mushroom.
At this point, Shushar, you know where a Glabagool is. You know where the elf Slatus Valdir is, and you know where Darendel is, as well as Elda. They are right here. What do you do?
We don't have time for this paranoia. The bug people have them. Quick, we must go. And Shushar starts running in that direction.
What? But oh my god, he's talking about the bug people.
By the way, yeah.
Who took the gem?
I give it to Sereth.
Sereth, make a dexterity check. Shushar, did you wrap it in something?
I
think you just telekinesis it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been telekinesing it. Okay, so Sereth, he throws it to you. Do you want to catch it?
Yeah, just automatically,
Alright, cool. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Like when someone throws you something gross and you're just like,
10. 10 is not what I wanted.
She's already insane, though.
I have not had any points of madness yet.
That has
so
been cured. You're gonna get a point of madness really quick.
I'm very interested to see what
boy.
happens.
I know. I was super excited when
Here
he
we
said that.
go. Here we go, everybody. Another point of madness. Get the
I want to start
hype.
seeing the bug people too.
Okay.
Oh no.
He's happy.
I have to look up a word just to make sure I understand what it means. Oh
on, fingers
no!
crossed,
If
please be
oh
bug
no!
people.
Okay, this is pretty good. This is pretty good.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay. I'm gonna when I get the opportunity, I'm gonna be secretly giving you this, Sarah.
Okay.
This is very wonderful. I'm so proud. But you're able to hold this gem. Do you put it somewhere in the meantime?
I'll probably just like put it in a pocket or my backpack while Shushar's running away.
You do this. Do you guys follow, the rest of you?
I want to catch up with Shushar and kind of grab him to stop him. Like, what bug has who? Explain yourself.
I'm just with.
The bug person, the elf that we left Darendil and Eldith with. He's done some. I think he's trying to convert Darendil into a bug person, and then they're both going to eat Eldith.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh,
Eating of our friends is not allowed. Sorry. I don't care how much you don't like them.
you're going crazy, Shushar. I don't know what's wrong with you. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Alright, Shushar keeps running.
By the way, Ront is at 1 hit point. He went down twice last time, and he's struggling to keep up with you guys. And he's just yelling at you. Well, hold on. What are we doing? And he's sort of like leaning on his two-handed sword to.
I'll go over to him and do Cure Wound.
Okay, go ahead and roll for that. 11. That's good. Nicely done. And I believe Grazalax is also going to do a thing. Where are you, Ron? There you are. So he'll have 12. There we go. Topsy and Turvy are also with you. Topsy is looking a little bit worn out because she had a big scrap with one of them. Turvy, though,
I missed the battle.
You
missed the battle.
You missed the battle. Yes. Stool did not though. Stool was there.
Didn't Topsy get pushed off a roof twice?
Yeah. Topsy's mad, dude.
Like, she got up, bit this guy, he kicked her off, she got up,
then she climbed back
up, and he just booted. It was amazing. So Grazalax is going to sort of, you guys feel this warm presence as he sort of comes into the fold. And he's going to give you guys... yourself? Oh, sorry, what?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. So he's going to spend 3 side points to give you guys Stool, Ront, and Shusar. I meant Sereth. Each of you get 9 temporary hit points.
Whoop!
And he just sort of... Did you...
Sorry. Did I take damage in the battle? Is the hit points on my sheet accurate? It says 21 out of 33.
I don't think you took damage.
I don't think you took damage. We just might not have had a rest yet. That might be it.
Oh, okay.
I think you're at full. So I say go ahead and put yourself at full because you probably haven't.
Right. Okay. Cool.
One thing that's going to happen is Grazalax sort of like folds his arms in front of him, his tentacles sort of like curling a bit, and he says, "What's happening? Where are they?"
Gotta go save Bub Kegel. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
And he sort of holds up a finger and points it to Gazrim and says, "I'll be back for you."
Hurry, come on.
Yeah. And he follows you guys. So this little pond here is sort of like here on the river that sort of runs through Mantol-Derith, and you guys sort of have to like clamber down. Go ahead and give the acrobatics checks for each of you, please, as I get us moved over to where we need to be.
Oh, this isn't gonna go.
Backflips and front flips and barrel rolls down the hill, while Abby is sliding down on her feet.
Alrighty, so let me just.
She seems distracted.
Yo. Alrighty.
Oh no, he's a giant. He's a giant bug person.
I just made it a little bit bigger so that you guys could sort of see what he looked like. You guys are going to be... Go ahead and drop your tokens anywhere over here.
Over.
Alright, Shushar is leading the pack.
Alright. You let the others come with you, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let me drag them over there as well. And I'll need to drag Grazalex over there as well. Okay, so all you guys come down. Stool, you did very well. Abby, Sereth is going to slip in this humid little wall, and you're going to take 5 damage as you sort of just clunk to the ground. But for the rest of you, you get down just fine. Do you want to stealth this?
No.
Shushar's running at full pace. He can't stealth.
Okay, so that's where. Do you stop where you are, right there?
I point at him and I say, "Bugman, stop what you're doing. Prepare to be devoured."
You see that he actually is almost pruning Eldith's arm. Eldith is like sort of tied upside down to this pole, completely restrained. Darendale is sort of circling her, his nostrils flaring, as this elf, Slatus, or Slatus, oh my goodness, let me double check his name because that's pretty... Yeah.
Sadist?
I mean, it's kind of like sadist, Slatus. So he sort of holds this little paring knife, and he picks up his, he's sort of walking with this quarterstaff, turns to you guys, tilts his head and says, "Oh. Hello. What was that you were saying? To be devoured?"
Can I make a check to see if I can be turned into violent, Shushar?
You actually will have to, because this is clearly not a pacifist thing you are saying. So go ahead and make a wisdom.
You just threatened his life.
Threatened to eat him. So go ahead and roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy! After getting madness twice last session, I'm gonna get like a nat 20 or something on this. That's a 19.
Yep.
So what I want to do is, if you're able to succeed at the saving throw, I want you to be able to choose, because I think your saving throw is actually very good.
Yes, it is.
So I think it'll be better if you try to roll, you as the player, to try to encourage Shushar to switch between his different...
I encourage violence.
You encourage violence?
Yes.
Alright, so...
Well, the role is to see if you can control it, which is subdue or let it out. Whether... So... What happens?
And now... You
Violent
feel...
Shushar.
Yeah, now Violent Shushar reveals himself. And, immediately as he's threatened, Slatus sort of, shakes his head and says, "You know, I would have shared." And very quickly, casts a spell, because none of you have attacked. And he...
Wait. Never mind.
Suddenly...
Just make sure I don't have, like, a counterspell or something.
Do you have a counterspell?
I don't think so.
Alright.
Pretty sure I don't.
Well, he casts a spell, and it immediately sort of makes these swirls of energy near him, sort of guided by the motions of his staff. And this spell is very odd, particularly because these little lights begin to take shape, and then they start to grow, and then they start to bark. Before you are 4 immense hyenas that begin to pace around him, and all of them with slathering jaws, as Darendelle moves up to snarl at you guys from behind these stalactites. And Slatus sort of claps his hands on his knuckles and says, Dinner time, everybody. And I would like you guys to roll initiative.
Woo!
Yay!
Yay! So, let me get the turn tracker on. This is going to be interesting.
Oh, I gotta click on my thing first. Click. Click. Why can't I? There we go.
Why do I always roll good on my initiatives?
Yay!
It's very sad.
I rolled
Wait.
that one.
Why do you roll good?
Yes, and only on initiative though.
Do you
Never
not
on
like
anything
going
else.
first?
Not really. As long as I go before the enemy, which I'm not.
Alrighty. Darendelle, why?
Ah!
There was
No!
He really doesn't want to fight us, that's why.
How did all three of them get zeros?
There was a great player in one game that I was in that they played a healer, and so they took like as their drawback that made it so they always went last in initiative and actually worked in their favor because they like went last so they could heal everyone after they were damaged.
Okay. Let me roll for Ront. Damn, Ront. He got a 20.
Yeah, he can.
Topsy and Turvy.
He's good at initiative. He just can't hit anything.
Oh wait, actually, I mistook his strength for I thought it was strength modifier because it's Ront, but I'm very wrong. I'm sorry.
How dare.
Is there anybody else I need to? Oh yeah, Grazilax. I gotta roll for Grazilax.
Lazy grass.
Grazzy.
Lazy grass.
Lazy
There we
grass.
go. He didn't do very well.
Oh, just tiny grass.
It's okay, buddy. And from there, I think we're ready to start. Let me get the initiative order to descending. Topsy and Turvy. They immediately switch over to Were-Rats, and they will, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She is right behind him. And they both take the dodge action. They're sort of like trying to weave around the outskirts of this little, not a grotto. They sort of weave along the outskirts of the grotto, trying to find the shadows, as well as to try to stay out of the big brawl that's about to happen. Ront, however, has no reservations. He just runs straight up there. Oh, wait. Ront, that's not smart. But again, it is Ront. So
But then again, it's...
Oh shit. God, why did Ront roll so high? Throwing caution to the wind, Ront runs up with his two-handed sword and cleaves it at this ethereal hyena, and unfortunately is unable to hit it. And that is Ront's turn. Sereth, it is your turn.
Okay, so we are all right here, and then for everything else, I am going to try to speak to Darendelle in the most proper elfish that my drow mouth can try to do.
Ooh!
Yeah. I'm gonna...
How does that sound? He is a prince. He's a prince.
This is gonna be really bad, guys. I'm just warning you right now. Sereth kind of takes a deep breath and... Prince Darendelle! Sir, are you okay? Why are you attacking us?
Oh man.
Shakes her head and is going to aim an Eldritch Blast at...
Wow! Okay.
The elf person.
The elf? Okay.
Yes.
That hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Boom!
Doop! Beep, beep, beep.
9 points of damage!
9 points. That's not bad.
Take it.
Roll a persuasion check.
Yes, sir.
I just realized
I'm
how
hella persuasive.
almost every second level druid spell is like utility.
Stool, give me an Arcana check, if you will.
Okay.
This is actually, I do want to sort of see if you'll be able to notice.
Arcana!
9.
Nope, I know. I'm trained in that, though.
Yeah, it's a very, you sort of know that elves have access to nature magic, but you don't know if this elf has a lot of power behind him or not. So you're just a little wary on the sort of spells he might cast.
Oh, the Bugman?
Apparently Bugman, according to Shushar.
Yeah, he's a Bugman. Trust me.
Shushar, you have threatened to devour this elf. What do you do?
What do you mean? What do I do? Is it?
It's your turn.
Is it my turn?
It's your turn.
Are you sure? I will do that one. I'm way down there.
A nat 1? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, your initiative's never caught up. Oopsie.
It's okay. It's okay.
You got 17.
Shushar can go next.
Stool got 8, so Stool actually did good. Shushar, you got 1. Okay, then I guess it's his turn. Here's what happens. He wields his staff after being hit by this Eldritch Blast from Sereth. And it sort of like slides him back a foot. But he sort of like sticks his little knife back in his belt, takes his quarterstaff in both hands, and he sort of like snaps his fingers and says, "Go on, dogs. Go on. Get them." And he just swings his staff, and a tip of a radiant red light shoots out of it, this beam, and it arcs across the floor, and then lashes up to the ceiling.
Oh.
It is a wall of fire that, unfortunately, is going to go straight through Ront. Ront has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Come on, Ront.
Which he fails.
Oh.
So here's what's gonna happen. Ront takes the full damage. This is gonna be interesting. He takes 19 damage.
Well, there goes Ront.
Ront is thrown backwards as this beam just rolls across the floor. And it is catastrophic. You see the shadows just flaring up and being dashed aside. Ront is one of these shadows. You see his entire large body just be engulfed in flame, falls back, forced out of this square, and he lies motionless on the ground. His body just like laying out this cindered smoke. Was not able to get even a cry of absolute horror and pain out of him. Grazilax, because I am not suitable for figuring out Grazilax's stuff, I'm going to try to... Let's see. He is going to at least move his movement. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he's going to... Let me look up Mind Blast, because I don't know if he'll be able to do it yet. Oh man. It's a 15-foot cone, so this isn't really the best time for that. He doesn't have any healing potions. He is going to continue doing the Mantle of Joy, though. So he's going to spend another 3 side points, leaving him with 5, to give you guys even more hit points, or temporary hit points. So he's going to give Shushar, you're going to get 9 temporary hit points. Sereth, you're going to get 9 more, and he's going to give himself 9 as well.
I don't think temporary hit points stack.
They don't stack? Oh dear.
Yeah, I remember from reading the handbook that if you get temporary hit points, we already have one. You keep the largest number; they don't stack.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
weird.
I'm pretty sure that's a thing.
Because
I don't like that.
the way
I don't like that.
the way Soothing Presence is sort of worded is that you can. It doesn't say you can't stack it.
Yeah.
But
It's 3 temporary hit points per side.
I don't know. I think
That might be
I think if
only
that's the
when
case,
you cast it.
yeah, I think if that's the case, he'll move it to Topsy and Turvy and himself in that case.
Does that mean we lose the 9?
Yes. The ones I told you to put on, you lose. Except for Shushar. Do you still have some?
Yeah, I still have some.
Sarah, you don't have some, right?
I've got 6 left?
Yeah, I have 6 from the previous battle that never.
Okay. In that case, he is going to go ahead and give Topsy Turvy and himself that temporary hit points.
So did I just lose the 9 that he gave us earlier?
Yes. No, you still have those. You still have those.
Okay.
So from
So
there,
I just realized I'm no longer in the turn order.
no, you are.
No, you're not.
And you're muted, by the way.
Are you sure? I see you right there.
I don't see me.
Go ahead and roll initiative again. I think I accidentally deleted your extra one, and it was actually the one you were using. My bro.
Yeah.
Damn.
Sadly, it's still going to be 8.
That's fine.
Let's see. I need to look up Wall of Fire. Okay.
If you don't clear the initiative counter before you move to a new map, roll 20 to some weird stuff.
Oh man. Okay. So, the wall is going to stay there. Ronk needs to be 10 feet more. There we go. So that was his turn. He's going to do a Mind Thrust, so I think Slatus has to make a saving throw. Fortunately, that might succeed, which means he gets no damage. Yeah, he'll succeed because he has a modifier of +2 for that. Oh wait, intelligence? He'll actually fail because intelligence is not a good thing, so he's going to take 3 damage. Okay. Bam! And it is now the hyena's turn. Let's see. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. They're going to take a dash action.
Wall of Fire is really helping us out.
3 dashing right here. And then this one's actually going to try to like crawl through this difficult terrain over here. So I feel like he's only going to be able to get since he's using 60 feet, that's 10, 20, 30, yeah, he'll be able to get in range of Grazalax if they dash. Yeah, so they dash, and now they're in range of Grazalax. They're surrounding it. Darendelle hesitates on his turn because of your Persuader roll. And because he's given no direction as of yet, he holds his action. Shushar, it is your turn. Oh, I actually need to do one more person on the... Let's see where she was going to be. That's appropriate. Alright, what do you do, sir?
Alright, I point
Wait, Shushar's going? I haven't gone yet.
Oh, that's right, because we deleted you, and now we have to... Okay, now it's... Okay, Stool, you go next.
Okay. I'm going to do... Ice Knife, which is a range of 60 feet.
Alright.
I'm gonna hit this... this hyena right here.
Go right ahead.
There.
Total of... Fire at a creature.
Big range spell attack against... Oh, I didn't...
Yeah,
what is the...
Grazalax too.
It's gonna be...
Ranged spell attack?
Yep.
Is that not...
That's
I thought
worse.
it auto-rolled.
No.
It doesn't.
Range
It just
spell
auto
attack-
rolls the damage.
Yeah, range
Okay.
spell attack is d20 plus your spell attack,
Spell
which is
attack
proficiency bonus plus wisdom modifier.
Right.
Go ahead and make saving throws for everybody.
Oh. Wait, for everybody? I thought it
Oh
was.
for everybody in this in within range.
Does it like explode or something?
Yeah,
It does.
it explodes and hits every creature within 5 feet of the target.
I didn't know that. I thought it would just hit the thing.
It,
Okay,
it
can I do
does,
some-
and then it explodes. Hit or miss.
Ooh.
Oh.
Uh,
Drazilax will be fine. A D20 plus.
yeah, he actually
Or
made
which
a
is my
natural
attack
20 on
bonus.
that, so he'll be good.
Oh,
D20.
So
5.
you don't hit the first hyena, sadly, but it does explode, and the other hyenas take damage, or the other hyena rather, because this one is out of range. And are you going to do anything else on your turn?
I'm just going to move over, like right here. I think I could probably get there.
Okay.
I don't know what my speed is, but I'm pretty sure I can go.
It's 30.
super-
alright.
Yeah, it's 30.
25.
Oh, 25.
Oh.
That's right.
I'm tiny.
Shushar.
Now it's Shushar. Alright, Shushar points at Slaughtus. You puny insect, prepare to be crushed under the might of the goddess Psionics. And he's going to use his Psychic Hammer talent. I need to check what kind of saving throw that is.
Oh boy.
That is a strength saving throw.
Strength save.
Yes.
He has -1, so a total of 8.
Yes.
Alright, that fails. So he takes 1d6 plus 2 because of my psychic whatever discipline. 1d6 plus 2. And then I get to move him 10 and I get to throw him 10 feet. So I'm gonna throw him into the wall of fire.
Any direction, right?
Yep.
That's very impressive. He needs to make a dexterity saving throw, which actually will fail because he doesn't have anything in dexterity. So he takes the
good
full
burn.
damage. 9. Oh, I actually forgot to roll a concentration for him. Yeah, he made concentration, so the wall stays up. Oh wait, no, that was for the Eldritch Blast from earlier, actually. So he takes a total of 26 damage. Holy shit. Oh my god. That's
26 plus
devastating.
3 for my hammer.
That is devastating, sir.
Fuck, mystics. What?
And he's immediately engulfed in these flames. And he has to make concentration. He fails that. So immediately when he does this, the fire just eats away at his body until it dies away because he's in pain and he cannot sustain the spell. And you hear him still inflamed, very just laying out these loud cries of pain and shock and horror. Do you move at all, sir?
Yeah, let's move right over here. That's a good position. Bonus action to switch to my Iron Durability Discipline for +1 AC.
Alright. And then Topsy and Turvy. So Turvy is going to 1, 2, 3. Yeah, Turvy can get there. Turvy's going to get in close and go for some short sword action. Not bad. Also not bad. He does a total of 5 damage. So that's 89 to the 30 to the 20. Now, Topsy, however, is going to go attack this hyena. And does that hit?
She has advantage on the attack, she's flanking.
That's actually true, yes. Yeah, that hits. So, total of... Not a lot, but they're making do. They're making do. Alright. From then, it is Ront. He needs to make a death saving throw. Succeeds. Sarah, it is... Oh wait, let me do a thing really quick. Boop. Sarah, it is your turn.
It's my turn.
Your turn!
Yay! Okay, so I am going to...
You're going to...
Oh, sorry, I want to see... What? Okay, there we go. I am going to... Do I... Yes, I do.
You do?
Yeah. I'm going to cast an Eldritch Blast. However, as I am raising my quarterstaff
Ooh,
to
that's gonna be an Eldritch Blast.
to cast this Eldritch Blast, I see something out of the corner of my eye literally scream and cast this Eldritch Blast right,
Yes.
like, here.
Like,
Into
over there?
nothing. Yeah.
Okay.
And it
you do
doesn't
this.
really matter.
Yeah, suddenly all of you see Sereth sort of wield up this massive amount of power in her hand, and then her eyes dart off to the left, and she just lets out this terrified shriek and just blasts it at thin air. It's Slatus's turn.
Jesus.
Uh,
If I was any taller, that would have hit me.
Actually, yeah, that's a good point. So, here's what Slatus does next. He curls his fingers in rage, clutching his staff, and swirls it back and just beats it on the ground, the wood almost splintering. And all of you, in a 20-foot cube, it says. So, let me get this drawn. I think he at least wants to get... Will he be able to... Let's see, 1, 2, that's 10. Yeah. He'll be able to get... You three. I'll need to make... Do you need to make the straight saving throws? To escape. I don't think you guys need to roll anything. I think you're just going to be immediately entangled and grappled as he summons up a threads of vines that just erupt out of the rocks, and they just immediately entangle the three of you. Rather painfully so.
Do you take any damage?
You do not take any damage, but you have to use an action to escape if you want to move at all. And that is if it... Oh, wait. Oh, yes, you guys do get to make a strength saving throw. So I need one from each of you. So
All right.
that. Unfortunately, he does not succeed. You do not succeed, Shushar.
15?
15 does succeed, yes. So, Sarah, you're the only one who can sort of escape this, these curling vines and plants as they erupt from the rocky ground. Grazalax and Shushar are just entangled. They're completely smothered by these things, barely able to have their limbs protrude from it.
Jeez, and Grazalax is right next to all those freaking hyenas.
I know, right? Grazalax goes ahead and uses a mind blast to sort of try to buy himself some time. So this is going to be 2d6, 15 feet. Let me check. Do they need to make saving throws? He is... Oh yeah! Okay. So they need to make intelligence rolls. Is it close enough to reach? Unfortunately, it will hit both Topsy and Turvy, so they need to make saves as well. Total of 6. So the two hyenas are actually going to... What's his intelligence? 8, intelligence, 11... No, that's 10, 13. So the hyenas fail. They are stunned for the next round. At least those two. Unfortunately...
Which one? These two here?
Yeah, this one and the one to his right. His right, immediate right and left. So because it also hit Topsy and Turvy. Turvy is going to succeed, but Topsy is not. So you see he sort of curls his tentacles in and scrunches them up as he sort of lets out this loud telekinetic like boom that sort of like resonates in all of your minds. But for the deep gnomes and for the hyenas, they are immediately just they lose themselves in this attack. Except for Turvy, he sort of pulls himself back up out of the stupor. So now that we've gotten all that, it is now the hyena's turn. Two of them cannot go, but the other two, this one moves over to Topsy because she's stunned. He's going to go ahead and take 2 attacks. They do not hit. I don't believe they hit. Let me check her AC. Yeah, they, so, oddly enough, he sort of tackles her, but he's sort of, because she's in were-rat form, he's unable to sort of get a good chunk out of her. For the other two, they're stunned. This one, however, is still going to attack Grazalax. 16, so that's going to do 12 of 9 damage. Yeah. Ouch. So Grazalax lets out this pained snarl as his leg is promptly bitten and sort of being ripped by this hyena's teeth. Even though it's sort of like made of this ethereal power, it still can like grab you and tear you apart. That leaves Darren. Stool. I believe it's your turn.
All right. I'm going to go to giant owl form.
What?
Because none of my spells are useful. And speed of 60 fly, a 60-foot flying speed.
Okay.
I'm going right to him, right to Bugman.
Alrighty.
And I just want to claw at him.
Claw at him?
Melee. Claw him.
Go right ahead.
Melee weapon attack plus 3 to hit. So D20 plus 3?
Strength, yeah. And your proficiency as well.
Can you even be proficient with claws?
Yes, because you're a druid, so
I guess,
you know how to attack as your
proficient with
form.
natural weapons.
What,
So,
really? I think you're good. Or you're gonna say something, Paradox.
No, I was just confirming, yeah, he's proficient.
Okay.
Plus strength is plus 1, and then proficiency is plus 2, right?
Indeed.
Okay. Oops. Hopefully I did that right. 8 to hit? Is that right?
Your strength or the owl's strength?
The owl's strength.
Yeah,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Which is only plus 1.
Yeah, unfortunately that's not able to get him. He's singed all over, but it seems to have just made him more alert, and he sort of like ducks away from you as you sort of let out this hoot of "Ooh!" And you still feel like a mushroom. You still aren't used to this owl body yet. Darendelle.
Okay. Well, that's hold on. I still have some move. Because that was only 30 feet to get there, and I'm just gonna.
That's right.
It was a flyby maneuver, so he doesn't get attack opportunity, and I'm just gonna be over here, just kind of like out of whatever sort of melee range that might have happened.
He does get an opportunity attack on you.
No, because I was flying. The owl doesn't provoke opportunity attacks when it flies out of an enemy's reach.
Really? Now, look at you with your magical beasts.
I'm actually gonna be like.
Oh God. Okay.
Like,
I mean, hey.
Right there.
Why not the extra save? You know.
Yeah. I mean, I can get to him, though.
Alrighty. So, Judo, thank you. My flower is blue, just like everything, including your fate.
Oh wow, that was
Darendelle, sort of, without any follow-up, begins to snarl and he's going to rush forward over to Turvy. And you see Darendel's fur, his entire sort of whitish form starts to glow with this purple hue, and all of his entire coat sort of like stands on edge. And he's going to make 2 attacks. There's 1, there's 2. The second one does hit, and as he does so, his attack is utterly horrifying, because the one that hits sort of bursts with this purple glow that just bites into Turvy's were-rat body, doing a total of 4 damage plus... Okay then. 21 damage.
Ooh.
What the hell?
As Darendel unleashes this outrageous fury. So Turvy, he had 9. 9 minus that is...
Death.
12. So he has 21 health points left. So, that was impressive. And then he just lets out this blood-curdling snarl to all who are present. Shushar, it is your turn, sir.
You foolish bug. Restraining me was a mistake. I don't need to move anywhere to destroy you. And...
I love Shushar like this.
Damn. No chill.
This is stalagmite right there, right? This is a stalagmite.
It is.
Okay, I'm gonna try to psychic camera him again, so he needs to make a strength saving throw.
Slam
Don't
him up
you
against that
fucking
thing.
do it. No!
I'm throwing him into that stalagmite.
Okay.
Bonus action to switch to psychic assault for the extra 2 damage, and 7 points of force damage.
Okay. So, 7 points, plus, I'm going to make a dexterity saving throw. That was not what I wanted. So, I'm going to say he's going to take an extra 5 damage, as you once again push him with your psychic force. This tall elf is sort of tossed up into the air, and these stalagmites aren't very, like, sharp, but they do come to a very blunt point, and he sort of is, like, he sort of lands on top of it, letting out this, like, gasp of air, and you hear this rickety crack in his chest as he sort of rolls off of it.
If only I went now, fly over and just like land on him and try to impale him onto the stalagmite. That would be
We need to
amazing.
work on our team attacks.
Yes.
That'd be pretty amazing.
Alright, that's my turn.
Yeah, okay. I think I got it. Wait a second. Why can I not do math?
Math is hard.
17. Okay, I got it. Oh, thank God. I was right. Okay,
Damn it, Jim, I'm a DM, not a mathematician.
Eldith struggles against her bonds. She escapes. Okay. Eldith frees herself from her unfortunate circumstance, and since he's right here, oh shit, this is gonna be awesome. She is going to just go at it, and does not go at it. She tries to hit him with the arm that he was sort of like scraping meat off of, and it sort of like must have cut something that she needed, because her arm just sort of like flops against him.
Flops.
Yeah, as she tries to like just deck him, but it's not happening.
Like one of those styrofoam pool noodles.
I
Just
know.
a resounding crack, but it doesn't hurt.
No. Topsy is unfortunately still stunned. She's going to recover from that. Turvy, however, oh, I need to make a... No. I think I'm going to go ahead and do the... Oh shit, this is going to be interesting. Okay. So, Turvy, sort of panicking after Darendel just laid into him. You see that the claws that bit into him, they have this, like, harsh, almost purple burn that is sort of like digging into his wounds, and he sort of lets out this harsh squeak as he tries to like whip his short sword towards this giant Quaggoth who's snarling in his face, and he also sort of like snaps his own jaws at him, trying to back away, but he doesn't really have anywhere to go. Ront fails a death saving throw. Sereth, it is your turn. Sereth, give me a wisdom saving throw really quick.
Yes, sir.
Can you just like put the rock down or something?
17.
Alright. What you saw is terrifying, to say the least. And it is still there. It is a immense... At first you take it for a gargoyle, but this gargoyle is strangely shaped. It has these broad shoulders and these tucked-in wings that you expect could expand throughout this entire room. His face, horned, yet for some reason is sort of regal in its appearance. It still has these very hard, pressed features, but it's regarding you with this fondness for some reason. He's pretty big. He's huge. And he sort of folds his front arms in this manner of just a descending opinion. And you see that his long neck sort of stretches towards you. And this is what you see right here. Since I can't find a picture, that is who you see.
Holy shit.
Yeah, this is who you see. And he sort of looks to you and says, "Little drow, it seems there are many lives in this room. Can you take me out for a moment? You know, the gem. Maybe I can help you."
What do you want with the gem? She's at this point she's very...
Oh, I just need to see what's going on, that's all. Wouldn't you like your friend back? That's what you want, isn't it?
And I reach out, I have the gem in my hand, like,
Alright.
You better not be fucking with me.
Oh, it's too late for that. And you pull it out, and the gem crackles with dark energy in your hand, and you don't. It's out of your control. You're gonna use a bonus action to take it out, and it arcs towards Darendel and slams against him. You see Darendel arch his back up, and he begins to tip over onto the ground, so writhing in pain, yowling in this horrid screech. And then, a second later, he sort of rolls over, and he sort of groans. What's... What's happening? And he
Did it burrow into him?
Wait, what?
Did it burrow into him?
It did, but you notice that there is this... His very sort of animalistic features, including that mad gleam in his eyes, has sort of disappeared now.
Hooray, he's not a bug person.
You still have an action, Sereth. What do you want to do?
Is the gargoyle thingy majigger still there?
No, he's not. He wasn't there.
Fuck. Sarah is turning around in absolute confusion.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Exactly. And
Acrobatics check to climb out.
Okay. Going to use an acrobatics check to climb out.
No, that was not serious. That was not serious.
Can I use that 20 though? Can I use the nat 20?
I will accept that, yes. What do you want to do with your nat 20?
Okay, for my movement, I'm gonna move.
Actually, let me check.
Do a sweet jump kick.
That'd be pretty awesome.
I'm gonna move like right over, I guess here.
Okay.
Gonna put an Eldritch Blast towards this elf dude.
Get him.
I'm gonna do it. It's happening. It's all happening, guys.
All right.
Yay.
Oh,
You
okay.
need to roll for damage.
I do.
And I think because of how this works, natural 20s are going to get a double little dice there, so you're going to get the max d10, okay? So a
Alright.
total of 22 damage. And he is sent reeling by this. I need to check and see if, I forget what it's called. Is it summon animals? Or summon creatures?
Conjure animals?
Conjure, that's what. Yeah, we need to see if that has concentration.
Yeah, it is.
Because
Synonyms for make
he's-
things happen.
exactly. He lost his earlier concentration.
Yeah, actually, it should have ended as soon as you cast Wall of Fire, because you only have one concentration spell at a time.
There is a special thing happening that I can't tell you.
Oh, okay.
Special magic.
Old
Yeah.
magic.
So it is concentration. So that he's currently on this concentration, and he's going to. What is the thing that you have to roll? Your DC?
The DC is
I thought it-
10 plus half the damage taken, I think.
Oh damn, that's 21. No, he
Yeah.
does not succeed. Okay. Sareth, you see that he winces from this blast, and he's thrown once again against the stalactite. And you see all of these hyenas disappear.
At this point, when she was casting this, she's like, "What the fuck is going on?" She's absolutely freaking out.
It is now his turn. He's very upset. He's very
Bring it.
upset.
Bring it.
What
Stay
else
on
can
the-
he do?
Stay on the spike.
Lay on the spike? No!
Stay on
Yeah,
the
that's what you can
spike.
do. Just
He's going to try once more something profane. He's going to, let's see, it's 20 feet.
Cursing us out.
There's just so many things he could do, but I don't know which one he should do. Here's what I think he's going to do. He's going to sort of step back a bit. He's going to go ahead and take 2 opportunity attacks from Eldith and Darendelle. Only one of the Eldith is actually going to get him this time. Oh wait, it's actually
finally.
a D4. Ah, it's the same thing. So he takes 4 damage. She sort of like makes him trip as he tries to push her away. Darendelle's still a little bit groggy, and then now
Is
that
that a
he's
2?
sort of
What are those twos?
now that he's sort of out of range, he's gonna cast a fireball. What is fireball? I think it's like 20 feet, 15 feet.
What are all these
Something
twos
like
that.
that.
are showing up? Do you guys see those?
2s? Oh yes, I see them. I have no
What are
idea
those?
why they're there. Let me destroy them.
oh, a fireball, not a firebolt.
Fireball.
Fireballs are big and mean.
It's
And
true.
And that 20-foot radius. It's true. The target takes lots of
Great.
damage.
All the damage.
Okay, so here's what I need from you guys. Since it's 20 feet, 1, 2. Oh shit, this is bad.
Yeah.
He's gonna hit everybody here. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he's gonna hit everybody right here. So actually, he's gonna hit all the NPCs, none of you guys. So I need. Not good. Not good. Darendelle, what the fuck?
Yes.
And Grazilax does not succeed. Okay, here we go. Everybody fails except for Darendelle, who got a natural 20. Shit, son.
Everyone's dead.
Fuck.
Is what just happened.
Actually, yeah. That's
You just
exactly what
TPK'd
happens.
all of the NPCs.
That's exactly what happens. He whirls about, snarling, and Thankfully, he didn't hit Ront. But
Oh,
everybody in this radius of this blast, there's this deafening boom and fire that erupts right here in the middle. And everybody there is immediately crispy. Yeah, everybody there is crispy. And, let's see, that was 2, 3, and he starts sliding into the river after that.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, Grazalax, Topsy, Turvy, and Darendelle. Darendelle's still up, but the rest of them are down. They're completely ouch.
Darendelle took 31 and is still fine. What a tank.
Yes, he is. He's perfectly fine. And Grazalax succeeds on a death saving throw. Good job, buddy.
Yes.
Did you say perfectly fine? Like he didn't take damage?
His fur's a little bit blackened, but otherwise it didn't seem to bother him too much. No.
Who?
Darendelle.
Are Quackoths like resistant to fire or something?
No, but Darendelle was
Is
sort of not too bothered by it. He's more
Darendelle
distressed. He's more distressed. Like you hear him let out this like Quaggoth moan, like oh, whoa, what's happening? And
it was scary more than it hurt.
yes, it was very just it's like you rolled out of bed and the alarm clock just fell on you.
Wow, that's like.
So,
Alright.
Stool, it is your turn.
I want to fly over to him.
Okay.
I want to pluck him out of the water.
Okay.
If I can.
That would need to be a grapple check. You're trying to grab him, right?
Right.
All right. I'm going
So
to.
how does that?
You're gonna have to roll strength.
Opposed athletics.
Fuck.
Strength. Okay, fun. So it's just a normal strength because
Can you do it?
strength. A D20 plus 1 because of
Yeah,
the
he's not
owl.
proficient with athletics. It's just.
So 12.
12 versus 2. I'd say you're able to catch him.
Okay. So
This elf is not doing well today.
And as you sort of grab him, he says, put me down! I'll eat you all!
okay.
It's sort of like trying to whack you with his little quarterstaff.
Then I want to take him back over here and
Okay.
try and impale him on the stalactite.
Do you want to drop him?
I want to like land on him on spikes.
Okay, so
thing,
here's
that
what I
my
want.
weight
How much-
pushes him down.
How much movement do you have left
After
after all that?
from here to like there's 20 feet, and then from here to there's 25. So I have
15?
a fly
5. Wait,
fly-
no, not 5. 15?
fly speed of 60.
60.
Yeah, so 15.
15. So here's what I want to happen. I'm just gonna go ahead and like homebrew this. You can fly up and then just drop him down. He'll
Okay.
take 3d6. If that's appropriate
So-
for you.
Sure.
Alright. And up. And up. And up! A total of 13 damage as he slams against the stalactite that is just the weapon of choice for this encounter. Darendelle, it is his turn. He gets up and looks down at Slatus, horrified. And very
Hit him.
quickly looks over to you, Sereth, and waits. He's gonna hold his action. Shushar, it is your turn.
He's holding his action for what? What is he
For
waiting
Sereth's, for what Sereth wants him to do.
Can she just tell him now and then he goes?
He just Sereth, you get the idea of what he needs at this moment. He's just standing over Slatus, looking to you, his big jowls firmly closed, one tooth little sticking out. But you can see there's power brimming in one of his claws. And Shushar, it is now your turn. You're still entangled, by the way.
Alright, that's fine. This is fine.
Is it fine? Is it fine?
We're all good. Everything's fine.
So he's on top of the stalagmite?
He sort of is rolling off of it at this point. Because you guys have just like slammed him, like wham, wham, Wham!
I think he needs to
I
go
want
back up
to-
again.
Again!
I'm gonna use a psychic hammer. That's a strength save.
I want to see the rock
16.
protruding out of his chest cavity.
Okay, so 16.
That's what I want.
What does that do if I succeed?
If he succeeds, nothing happens to him, so he's... Yeah.
Okay, but you try to do it at that time when he's like landing on it, and you just try to like push him down. Try to see if you can just make it like pop out.
It's okay.
It's okay, shh. But he's sort of in this like panic mode, able to sort of resist this force that is trying to like outright kill him. Eldith, however, once again, what she's gonna do is, how far is this? To 15, yeah. So here's what's gonna happen. She's gonna run over here, grab Ront's two-handed sword, and then run back. She's gonna make an attack, which hits. And that two-handed sword, great sword, does 2. Oh wow!
Guillotine style.
Yeah, she does 9 damage, which unfortunately is not enough to kill him. But you do see that because your psychic hammer has sort of like kept him like on top of it. She just
balanced
sort of, like,
on top.
Yeah, she just wails at it at his like extended arm that's sort of like hanging low, and you hear this sickening chop of metal on flesh as she digs a good halfway through his arm, which sort of dangles uselessly at his side.
It also sets him into a spin balanced on top of the stalactite.
Oh yeah. At this point, Turvy and Topsy is sort of like awake, and you see Turvy sort of looks over to Ront and sort of kneels next to him. And
oh yeah, Ront's
he sort
out,
of,
isn't it?
yeah. Ront has failed and succeeded 1 each, and he sort of waves over to Topsy, and they're saying something in Deep Gnome, but you guys are able to sort of like get this sense of like he's really hurt. Come on, help! And Topsy sort of hesitates for a long moment before kneeling down. They're gonna try to make a medicine check, and it fails. Oh wait, it's at advantage because she's helping. Still fails.
Accidentally severs a jugular vein.
Actually, yeah. What is actually the medicine roll that you have to make to stabilize? I think it is it 10.
It's 10 in Pathfinder. I don't know what it is in 5th edition.
I will have to look it up. But
Let's just go with
Grazalax, by
10.
the way, is also down. Medicine check to stabilize.
Wait, no, it's 15 in Pathfinder, not 10.
Let's
I
see.
can't do spells while in a beast.
Yeah, I don't think you. Yeah.
No.
Let's see. But after that, who's going next? Ront.
Romp.
I'll just go ahead and see if he. Yeah, so that's 2 failures. Sereth, it is your turn. This cannibal elf is still alive, but being beat up horribly by everyone around him. What do you want to do? Also, I think it's 10. I think it's 10 to stabilize with the medicine
I have my
check.
GM's guide right there if you want me to check.
Can you check? Because I know
Yeah.
you don't come up for a long time.
Yep.
Okay.
I have my Dungeon Master's guide right here.
Boom, boom.
Yo.
I noticed that Darendel is looking at me, and I gestured my head towards the elf.
You gesture towards him?
I gestured towards Darendel, and then I tipped my head towards the elf. Do you want to?
Kill him.
You see, there is a. There's not a lot of hesitation, but there is a brief inhale as he sort of prepares himself. And then he just looks down with a saddened gaze as he sort of grabs this elf's neck in his big, pause and then just lets his claws rake across his throat. There's 1, there's 2. Alright, and he only spent 1 of these, which is enough. Darendelle, very quickly, but sadly it's a little stalled because of the elf's struggle, carves out a good deep fountain for this elf's throat. And you definitely hear him quaking and struggling in this
gurgling on his own bodily
basically
fluids.
yeah, but he's also sort of like half falling, half trying to like get himself on his feet, and it's just sort of it's just a very sad struggle for this tall elf to just sort of be brought down to the ground as gently but as forcefully as Darendelle can manage, as he sort of just eventually just lets him bleed out. And that is the end of Slatus the deer.
I drop my form and I go to whoever is still dying and do Cure Wounds.
Okay. Cure Wounds. Grazalax is going to be getting up. You can do that for Ront as well.
Yeah, Ront
So,
and Graz.
Graz gets 9. And Ront gets 10. Alright, so they both stabilize. And that is the end of the combat. That is also where I am going to take a very short break because I have to go to the bathroom for my players. Figure out what you're going to do next. You guys, I assume, are going to raid his body. I'll tell you what you find when I come back, among other things. So yeah, stick with us. I will return momentarily.
Body break.
I checked both the DM's guide and the player's guide, and there's nothing about what the DC is to stabilize. It's weird.
I've got Judo saying it's 10 and over is a success on death saves. I don't know if that.
Yeah, that's on death saves.
But not
we're
stabilization.
seeing the medicine check to stabilize.
Yeah, in the player's handbook it just says that medicine is a skill that's used to stabilize a dying creature, but doesn't give a DC.
Yeah. Also, are we officially level 5? I guess we'll have to ask if we're level 5.
I really don't like trying to level in the middle of a session because then I spend the next half of the session figuring out how to level up properly, and I'm not even paying attention to the thing.
I got all my stuff ready. I just haven't used it yet. Not that warlocks get a lot at level 5. Just another invocation.
I get a whole new psionic discipline at
A
level
whole
5.
new discipline.
Oh,
And I have to do a new one for both good Shushar and bad Shushar.
Oh, that's kind of awesome.
I let it level up twice every time we level up.
Yeah.
Since twice is terrible.
Level 5.
Who's the gargoyle thingy? You guys.
I get 2 third-level spells
My
at
guess is
level
that
5.
he's one of the demon princes.
I think his soul is inhabiting the gem, because he said, "Take me out so I can look around," and then you pulled out the gem, and then it embedded itself into Darendelle, and now Darendelle's fine. I get 2 third-level spells at level 5.
Oh, I do get a 3rd level spell. Heck yes.
Or Hex, yes, since you're a
Hex,
warlock.
yes.
Hex, yes. You know,
Hex, yes.
I'm really not really fond of the druid.
No, I'm sorry.
It's not like it's fun, but I'm more just like walk up to things and hit them as hard as possible kind of guy.
It takes a very specific person to do something like play a character who in combat is more passive.
Yeah.
Just is.
Like me, every time I'm passive is Shushar.
Passive is.
But he's
I use illusion.
wonderful.
Illusion.
Yeah, I'm not good at being a support player.
I mean, you're getting the handle on your beasts and whatnot.
Well, that's because most of the beasts are more melee and physical than... The only reason I picked Stool is because I thought he was a fun roleplay
Opportunity, yeah.
Yeah.
You got this, man.
Anyway.
Alright.
I mean, you can always multi-class. I mean, a druid that takes levels in monk or fighter or rogue does really well in their animal forms, because you can be an animal form that has sneak attack.
Giant owl with sneak.
Yes.
It's true.
Hoot Owl,
that
Master of
sounds-
Disguise.
So, here's what's going to happen. You guys, in the aftermath, can sort of stay here, and remain, you know, just for, if you want to do a long rest, if you want to do a short rest, that's up to you. What do you guys do first? That's what I'm going to ask. Oh, by the way, let me get rid of these.
I'm going to get myself out of these vines first.
They shrivel up. As soon as
Okay.
Slatus died, they sort of shrivel up, and you're able to just, like, and you're free.
I'm gonna go over and, if I may be allowed access to the corpse, I am going
Good game,
to
everybody.
crack
Everybody
him
did
open
really.
and get the bug
Everybody
out.
did a good job.
Yeah, go for that. But before you do that,
Right.
let me look really quick to see if, you know, there's anything.
Goodies.
Okay.
Just in case. There's something dangerous on him.
So, you sort of look through this burnt, beaten, and chopped up a little bit body of this elf, and you find a few things. You will find a pouch full of 30 silver. You'll also see that he has a quarterstaff. The quarterstaff doesn't seem to have any magical properties. You will find a brooch that has what looks like sort of a ring of feathers on it.
Okay.
And you notice that it has 4 feathers. From a bird.
From a bird.
You also you'll also find his paring knife, which is a regular dagger from the looks of it. And you'll also find on his person something. Let me actually double check this. Where did I put it? Ah, yes. You will find what looks like it looks like at first it might be a brooch of some sort.
Like another brooch.
Yeah, but then you sort of turn it over and you don't see there's no clasp or anything like that. But it's just a big metal hunk of iron with this round inserted gold plate on top of it in the form of a scarab.
Okay.
So it's sort of like this square slab of iron, not very big, it's like less than that. And then
Like a hockey puck kind of thing?
sort of, but like a square hockey puck. And then
Squawky puck.
Squawky puck.
Yes.
It was so bad that Paradox just whoop.
Nope.
I can't do this right now.
Nope. He's a different Shushar. You discover that this gold scarab that's sort of inlaid into it, sort of fitted very flatly on top of it, seems to have magical properties. And you also get the idea that the what is it? The feather sort of round thing also has that. He fashioned it in
magic.
Yeah, he fashioned it into sort of like a clasp, the feather one, but the scarab has like magic on it as well. You don't know what they do. You would have to have someone attuned to it, probably. But beyond that, on this 30 silver, there's not much else on him.
Okay.
Can I go over to Darendelle and try and inspect where the gem embedded itself into his center?
Yes. Oh,
Like a
actually,
medicine check or
the gem didn't actually shoot out of Sereth's hands.
Oh, I thought you said it like it.
Dark
Left her
energy
hand.
did. Dark energy did.
Oh.
I didn't say I didn't say the stone leapt out of your hands, unfortunately.
So she's still holding the stone.
You're still
I
holding
still have
it, yeah. Darendelle is sort of just crouched down at the river, sort of washing his large claws of blood, and just seeming a bit sour.
Right. Well, I'm gonna go over to him and just. How you feeling, dude?
Well, I'm just a bit... Or I'm perturbed. I'm perturbed.
Yeah. Do you remember what happened?
And he sort of clenches his teeth together and says,
I just sort of got the idea... You know, I had a friend.
Right.
He did something. I don't know what, but he showed me... I don't know. I saw something while I was talking to him, and then he just told me to come to this lovely riverside to enjoy dinner, and clearly dinner is... It's people, apparently!
Right.
But yeah, I just thought I had no... I didn't treat him like a subject, but I just felt like a piece of home was finally, you know, in
Right.
reach.
I
don't know.
know what you mean.
I don't know. But I'll
If
like...
you don't mind,
What?
I'd like to check you over for wounds and whatnot. I'm gonna look at the area where the black energy, entered him or whatever, so that I can see if there's weird something or others. If maybe.
alrighty. You
What is
guys
that,
good?
medicine check?
Hello? Can you guys hear me?
Okay, Abby?
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
What
sorry.
happened?
So, yeah, go ahead and give me a medicine check. Just to give him once over.
Yeah.
So you look around, and you definitely get the sense that there's been a lot of activity, magical activity around him. You get the sense
Right.
that his back has been a center point of people casting magic. So you can't really designate like what exactly. That's the only thing.
Right.
Because some of it is actually this psionic power that's innate, but you also know that Sereth and Slatus apparently did something arcane to Darendelle.
Right. Can I inspect the gem? The black
you
orb
don't.
of death?
You don't have it.
Right. Hey, Sereth, can I inspect that black gem of death thing that you have on your person currently? You're muted.
I don't think it's a black gem of death, but yeah, it's here. Just knock yourself out. Please, not literally.
Okay.
I also go up to
just-
Darendelle and I kind of like pat him on the back, like, I swear we leave you alone for a couple of minutes and look at all of the trouble. Just stick with us from now on, pal. Obviously, that elf was rank.
He was
even if-
really nice, Sereth. He was really nice.
And then look what happened. I swear, you can't trust other elves.
There's a-
Just, even though you're an elf, I'm sure you could fit in as a drow, Darendelle. You'd be fine.
But drow don't get to see the sunlight.
I hate the sunlight.
Being nice and being manipulative can look very similar.
While all this sweet
Says
stuff
the-
and concern for Darendelle is going on, is my walking
Says
stick
the
around?
What do you do?
Is my walking stick around?
You can, I guess?
Because Eldith had it, remember?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh shit, she doesn't have our walking stick.
No. Actually, your walking stick was the pole that they tied her to. She broke it as she was escaping from her
Broke
bonds.
the walking stick? Oh, then I'm gonna have to do this the hard way. I'm gonna Psychic Camber, and I'm going to slam Slidus's head repeatedly against the rock until it cracks.
Okay.
Until the rock cracks or his head?
His head.
I was about to say, there's a quarterstaff. You don't have to do that. He's got a wacky thingy.
Too late.
Also, that
Too late.
arcane check is to
examine the thing.
Gem.
So yeah, so what we'll do is, as Shushar is wham, 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 Stool, you get a good look at this gem. You sort of lean. Do you like, Sereth? Do you like?
You guys are my best friends.
Greeting,
No.
Weasley. Thank you. For that host, you know. Sereth, do you like put it down on the ground for him, or do you just like put it in his stumps?
Yeah, just put it on the ground. I
go
don't
to
feel
hand it-
comfortable.
I
Touching.
go to hand it to him, and then he says that. Okay.
I don't feel comfortable
And then I-
touching it.
Yep.
Okay. So you examine this gem, and you get the sense that it is very rare. You see that this gem is naturally formed. It's actually perfectly round. It's a bit long. It's not like a perfect spear. It's more like it's a long, almost cylinder if you flattened out the edges.
Like egg shaped.
Sort of like a big weird egg. You sort of examine it, and light just sort of like doesn't bounce off of it. Light just sort of like gets pulled.
is
into
absorbed by it.
Yeah, it doesn't really seem to reflect light. It's just this like big pit of shiny darkness. And really, it just fills you with unease as you look at it. But you don't get the sense that what do you want to get the sense of?
Just like if there's a soul attached to it, or some sort of conscious entity inhabiting the gem, is really what I want to know.
Do you talk to it? That's one
I'll-
way, I guess.
I mean, can I? Yeah. I'm gonna try and like.
Just like pour some spores on it, like hello.
I was about to say, but like, how would you know that like something would be inhabiting it? Because at this point, you
'Cause
just
right
see
now-
dark energy come out
Yeah,
of it.
Stool, you sort of like I guess you wonder, can inanimate objects, which this clearly is, have
Right.
like an entity or like an intelligence? But you also get the sense that it's extremely magical in a sense.
Yeah.
But you don't
Yeah.
know if there's like a will directing this magic. That's the only thing.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
I take another step closer to it. Kick it a little bit.
You
I
kick
go.
it. Okay.
I tap it with my foot. Stub. I go. Is there anybody inside there? Awkwardly knowing that everybody else can hear me and it's just seeing me talk to a rock.
No, you don't
No.
hear anything. Give me a wisdom saving throw, though.
Yay!
Are you gonna be joining the insane party?
Yay!
Yes, you are.
Oh, dude, I'm already insane, man.
You get another. So let me go ahead and roll a 100. 99.
Got 99 problems.
And madness is one of them.
And madness is 99 of those problems.
Madness is all of them.
Madness, the problem or the solution?
Okay.
I also have
Okay.
a question about my first madness point.
Actually, that's probably gone away. Actually,
Okay,
over time.
I was wondering about that because I kind of linked it to Jim Jar.
That's right. You've moved on.
So since he's gone, is that paranoia gone? Okay.
Let me type this out really quick. Do you have any other concerns?
No. I mean, no.
Okay. Okay, interesting. All right. Oh, there we go. So, you can sort of invoke this whenever you want, but you can also just wait for me to call on it for your madness if it ever does show up. So, what's really kind of just what's really kind of
super exciting.
what did the rest of you guys do? Oh, by the way, Shushar, when you smashed his head, you noticed that teeth came out, and the teeth were very sharp.
Those bug people teeth.
Like canine teeth. And what happens next is that I'm guessing that the twins sort of have taken to rooting over his body for anything else, and they find that there is what looks like sort of a tattoo on his back. Until they sort of like get better light, and it turns out it looks like it's like really rough scar tissue. It looks as though it's sort of the head of a hyena that's sort of been carved into his like shoulder blade here, and then sort of painted over with some sort of dark crimson paint, possibly.
Can I make some sort of religion or history check for that?
Go ahead and give me a religion check if you want.
Do Topsy and Turvy look at all like they recognize this symbol at all? No.
They're just sort of like
because they're were rats, not
they're were rats. You know.
I didn't know.
That's a 2.
That's You're as perturbed as everybody else, but really, what does it matter? It's the elf is dead. It's whatever this is clearly didn't give him any advantage.
Do not worry, I've crushed his skull, and the bug will not be moving on to a new host.
Abby, give me a religion check.
Yes, sir.
This is a reaction on your part.
Okay. Also, when I was looking at the thing, I took the 2 brooches and I left everything else.
Okay.
Even the silver?
Even the silver or gold or whatever. Yeah.
20. You immediately get the sense that this elf was clearly a cannibal, but was also very good at doing that. Took great pleasure from it. You also get the sense that it was clearly some sort of influence over him as well. This sort of like marking on him is immediately making your mind reel with a vision. You get the sense that this is a marking used to sort of give rise to Yinogu.
To what?
To Yinogu, who is
Yinogu?
the demon prince of the Knolls.
Oh!
The beast of butchery. He's the Knoll Lord, and is completely devoted to consuming and slaughtering all life. And you feel as though there's great satisfaction in this. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Here we go again.
Okay.
Jeez, okay.
You feel the presence of that gargoyle again, sort of leaning over you, examining this as well. Very unsettling, but you are not driven into further madness, as he sort of hovers and gives a nod and says,
That's well done. Just another lie, apparently.
And why is lots of lies? Are we talking about
Oh, not even good ones.
not even good ones? Are we talking about the difference between timelines or whatever? The fact that we've been doing this a couple times?
Oh.
Derith, who are you talking to?
This dude.
I see nothing.
No, he's the one who fixed Darendelle. Right,
What?
literally right here.
Oh, that was you.
I look over. Izzy's.
no.
You okay?
Yeah, that was a joke.
Right.
Yeah, not a.
Well, you know what I think? I think this thing is a big problem. Let's see.
Picks up a rock. Darendale picks up a rock and just drops it on the thing. And
On the black rock? On
yeah,
the gem?
he picks up one rock and just drops it right onto the gem.
Yeah.
And
What?
there's a loud clatter and some scraping of the rock on the gem and stuff. And he just sort of like stands there, makes this really like scrunched up face because the gem is completely unharmed.
Yeah, don't do that again.
Look at that.
No, I think I do have to do it again.
No. You can't This is a magical item. Highly magical item. You can't just break it. That's not how that works.
He
It
tosses
should've
the
broke.
rock into the river.
Well, it's clearly not good.
Well, that is definitely true, and no one should be touching this thing. Do we have a way of carrying this without physically touching it?
I bend down and I pick up.
Good game. Good
The
game,
drum
everybody.
again.
Everybody did really.
I've
everybody
held it
did a
before.
good
It's
job.
fine, and then I put it back in my bag.
Alrighty. So you put it back
You're
in
not
your
supposed.
bag.
You're not supposed to touch it.
Grazalax at this point.
I'm fine.
Abby, by the way, you got a D12, by the way,
Oh, cool.
from Brahms, I think. Let me actually, because Brahms, I'm sorry. Oh no, that one's from Judo. I need to figure out what Brahms was going to give you because he also
You also donated bronze. I really appreciate it.
good game, everybody. Everybody did a really good.
Good job.
Oh man.
GG.
I think you did like 15, so yeah, we'll figure that out in a little bit. What I'm gonna do now is gonna say, Grazalax approaches and says,
Sereth, I really think that the gem is corrupting any who touches it. What you should
Yes, I
What-
think
what-
that too.
what we should do is find a way to destroy it,
Okay.
as
Or
Derek
at least
has suggested.
We
or at least
should.
transport it without touching it, because this might be necessary for what we're trying to accomplish.
True,
So,
but this
when
is the
I-
root cause, I believe, of the madness that is plaguing Mantol-Derith.
Right, so if we remove it, then there you go. It won't be plaguing Mantol-Derith anymore.
gonna
And we
make-
might need this for...
If you need to know the exact nature of the gem, I can, if you allow me to examine it for a few minutes, I can tell you I might even be able to tell you how to destroy it.
We don't need to destroy it, we need to keep it.
Why do we need to keep it? Again, if we destroy it anyway, the badness will probably go away. Also,
Or-
yes, I totally understand this gem is very corrupting. However, until we find a way to destroy it, I would rather keep it there, and then if I need to pick it up, I tear off a piece of like random clothing. I'll just pick it up with something covering my hands if it's a big deal.
Okay, we just...
you look for something, and then that gargoyle hands you a piece of long linen that the elf had.
Says, here, use this.
Oh, thank you.
This is exciting. This is the first time you've done this.
Now, to us, what did that look like? Did she just go over, rip a piece off, and then say thank you to herself?
Yeah, what Sereth did is she just looked over to the elf and just grabbed one of his, like, little, like, something, part of his tunic that got chopped off and was just like, thank you, and just took it from his corpse.
Well, then that's not bizarre. She thanked the dead body. I mean,
it's not as bizarre.
You're not gonna need that.
But,
okay.
Yeah.
So that's okay. We need to keep it and not touch it. Don't destroy it.
So I take the linen and then I take the gem out.
Okay.
With that. And Shushar?
Yes, if you allow me to examine it, I will be able to inform you as to its exact nature. You don't need to worry about, even if it were not covered. The goddess Psionics protects me completely. I am immune to such things.
Hearing this, what? Can you tell me again, what was the cause of all of this ruckus with the elf?
Well, the elf was a bug person. You saw his big sharp bug teeth.
He was very well spoken. Excuse me.
Bug people can be well spoken, Darren. They'll do not discriminate. They are very crafty creatures.
I think we need to get out of here before anybody examines the gem any further. I want to see if the madness has gone down a little bit, perhaps. Unless anybody...
I think eventually if just people stop interacting with it here, then they hopefully should be fine.
You examine it?
Let's go.
Shushar?
No, Sereth took it away from me after I talked about the bug people.
Oh, okay.
I held it out, and then I was like, wait.
Yeah. We have more pressing matters right now. We're trying to get to Neverlight Grove.
Yeah. Especially because Shushar was like... No, even if the cloth was not covering it, the god of psionics would protect me from its madness.
Yeah, that's what he said. Don't you trust him?
Bug people.
Oh.
Bug people, DM.
Can't trust him, I guess. So, what do you guys do now?
So did we settle, did we get the boat? Is that a thing that happened?
No, that is not a thing that happened.
No, you guys still have to get food for, what was his name?
Cricket Man.
Cricket Man. Cricket Fish. Really.
Bug people and Cricket Man.
No! He's
the Cricket Man. That's his name.
Where are you? Where is he?
He's one of Shushar's allies in the war against the bugs.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Let me look it up. Where are you? Is it Oogaloop? It is Oogalop! His name is Oogalop, and I want to show you him once more. Let's go back to Mantol-Derith.
Speaking of weird names, where's Glabagul? Is he alright?
Oh shit, I keep forgetting about Glabagul. He's sort of like, he had fallen during the fight, and he just sort of like starts crawling up, and he's like, hi, guys, that was really good. I figured I should, hide.
Yes, he ended up turning into a footprint because someone stepped on him, but he's fine because he's a glob.
Thank you for leading me to the bug people, Glabagul. You did well.
Oh, you guys did well. I mean, you guys always do well.
Except for Ron.
Hold on to that eye that I gave you. It is proving to be quite handy.
Well, thanks. It's pretty. Do I look? I don't know what
symmetrical?
I look like. I guess.
No, because there's an eyeball, then a rock.
You look very stylish. You know how there are in mythology there are those seers that one of their eyes is just glassed over and all scarred up. You look like that.
Well, I guess it's a good trade-off.
Yep.
All right.
Also, I want to check on Eldith. Does she need any healing? Because she was literally like...
Yeah, she...
filleted.
I went ahead and reduced her to the 7 hit points.
Okay.
So here's the thing. Are you guys going to try to take a short rest or a long rest? If you want to.
We should...
We might as well take a long rest here while we can, just because...
we have one more sign.
I don't know, I think...
A long rest would be nice.
I think if we take a short rest, claim a ship, then get traveling, then we can long rest. Because if we long rest now, that's just more time
Traveling
spent.
never work out well for us.
Yeah, it does.
So you guys still need to arrange travel, actually. You had hoped to do that with Ugalop and his
we
boat.
needed Durgar's weight and crickets.
I turned to Stool. Neverlight Grove is always going to be there.
Right.
Half of our people have been burned very badly. I feel right now it might be better to rest here, where we know we're safe from crazy people. And then once
You
we're all
want to
rested
stay
up,
in Mantle? You want to stay in Mantol-Derith?
No, I want to stay in the I want to stay in. I want to stay in this cave. If we go back to Mantol-Derith and try to find some.
We're in the center of Mantol-Derith, just down near this lake.
Yes,
like-
but we're alone
like-
here.
For
You get
who
me?
knows how long? This might be a popular fishing spot.
It's not like I need to sleep or anything ridiculous like that. I will keep watch.
Topsy sort of looks to you guys and says, "Come on, it's not gonna be long." And he just sort of looks over to his sister, who is, she went down during that fight.
Did she?
Yeah.
Does anybody have 0 hit points?
No, they're no
still?
longer at 0, but
Okay,
everybody is back up. But Topsy sort of looks to all of you and just sort of says,
Guys, it's been really hard. All of us, and it's worse out there. Stool, it's dangerous.
Yes, you should all get some rest. I can keep watch. I don't need to sleep. I don't need to eat. I don't even need to breathe.
it's actually true.
Yep.
Right.
Ront has been grumbling this whole time. His entire green skin has been scorched.
He also didn't even land one hit before he got knocked
He
out.
dashed into the battle first. He was
Oh,
doing so well.
He basically sprinted gung-ho and then fell. And that's it. Yeah! Dead.
But what's gonna happen is if Stool is okay with it, you can take a long rest.
Fine. Guess.
You
Not
guys-
happy about it though.
You're not happy about it. But I love you.
Yeah.
Can I spend this long rest trying to attune to one of the brooches?
Which one?
I'm gonna start with the brooch with 4 feathers.
4 feathers. Okay. So you start attuning to this as you get a moment of quiet. All of you just sort of set up camp by this riverside. It is secluded away from the craziness of Mantol-Derith. Nobody really knows you're there.
Is that weird fog stuff down there?
The Fair's Rest? Yes.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
It's pretty much everywhere. You all start to rest, and Sereth, you come to the realization that this is a brooch of concentration. You can spend one of these feathers to concentrate on one spell more than you need to.
Ooh.
And will also give you a +2 on rolls required to save for
Maintain
concentration. Yeah. When you
Is
take
this
damage.
a renewable thing?
No.
It's just the 4 feathers.
Yeah, the 4 feathers. That's it.
Is it reloadable? Can you get more feathers?
Fortunately, these feathers are rather special and unique.
So it's not just
They probably come from a mythical creature of some sort.
Okay. So it's not like the brooch is enchanted and it uses the feathers for fuel or whatever. It's on
It seems to be a conduit to gain power from these feathers.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Okay. And can I attune to both of the items or just one of the item in the night?
Only
Can't
one.
you attune to
Anyone know?
3
Okay.
things that I thought you could attune
I think
to a
actually
bunch of
it only
different things
takes
at once.
I think you'd be able to attune to both of them just because you have I think it's a modifier for your spell casting. What is that?
Oh yeah, the modifier is.
I think you'd be able to attune to
6.
2 of these. Oh god. No,
that's
just
the
the
bonus.
modifier, not with your proficiency.
Oh.
But I can go ahead and tell you what the next one does. You can sort of like de-attune and then re-attune to the other one.
Yeah.
This is a Scarab of Protection.
Okay.
It has 12 charges, and it grants its user advantage on saving throws versus spells. And if you fail against a necromantic spell, you can decide, I actually saved.
Oh.
It costs 1 charge to do that, though, for each of those attributes.
Okay.
Interesting.
Oh, Bronze, what the fuck? Why did you piss off Night? I'm just kidding. Nightbot's really mean. I'm sorry about that. But yeah,
Here.
what else?
So-
What else do you guys want to do during this long rest? You can talk to any of the NPCs who are rather upset and also worn out. Or you can do a variety of things in Mantol-Derith if you want.
I'm just gonna make sure everybody's healed up and sleep, I guess.
Okay.
I want to ask Darendel if he's feeling anything different since this drow, put back to normal. 'Cause
He after he's had a time to sort of rest, he sort of says,
It was just really odd. I still don't know what he did to me. It was an absurd spell he must have cast. He said something was wrong with me, and I really just didn't understand what he meant. But he just kept saying that I wasn't myself. And of course well, you know how I get when people get a little fussy with, where and I don't know, he just cast a spell and it was very warm.
Oh.
But I feel fine now. I feel just like I was before. It's fantastic.
Okay. Good. That's what I meant. Not that I really care if you feel better or not, but I think that elf might have been worshipping the Knoll Lord of the Abyss. I don't know if you're familiar with
Afraid not. I only busy myself with elven gods, thank you.
I figured. So, basically, he's the Lord of Knolls and destroying and something. I didn't write down what specific.
the beast.
He wants to
butchery.
devour and destroy all life.
The beast of butchery.
Yep.
Stuff like that.
He's about butchering. He likes devouring things. I think that might be where his taste for flesh came from.
Yes, I'm actually rather sickened by that. That's very.
Yeah.
You could imagine.
I mean, I'm a drow, and I was a bit sickened by it.
I mean, from elf to drow, I think this is the thing that will bring our people together.
Yeah.
Universal hate of eating
Cannibalism.
people. Yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
From the
Like your
other,
children is cannibalism.
from where
It's
I-
that frowned upon in most societies.
from where I'm rooted into the ground next to the river, yeah, now you know how I feel.
Well,
Consuming other mushrooms.
Hey, I got a bunch of mushrooms on my head. I got you, boy.
Mm-hmm.
And Darendel says,
well, how are you? I hope I haven't put you into a fright at all.
You're muted again.
"Oh no!"
I'm totally fine.
Totally fine. Of course you are. You're amazing, sir. You swooped in to save the day. It was very impressive.
I swoop. She walk.
Oh, that's good. That's a good point. Yes, actually, you literally swooped in.
All right. Yeah, I'm glad you're not eating people.
Well, I'm glad too.
Alright.
Alright. Well, do you think we'll have a good means to go up on the surface in Neverlight? I'm kind of done with this place.
Yeah, I can tell. I don't think any of us... I don't want to go to the surface. However, apparently in Neverlight Grove, there is a way to go to the surface, so... You have hope yet. And is it ever cloudy? Is the sun ever, like, not shining?
Yeah, sometimes it's nighttime, and that's when you usually go to sleep. But then the moon shines, and the moon is really bright. If it's raining, it's not as sunny.
Well,
Maybe we could just get you like a parasol or something like that.
what's that?
It's like a big, fancy umbrella for princesses.
Get a sun hat with like a 4-foot brim.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I really want Sarah to walk around with a really, really fun hat and an umbrella. I want this for Sarah real bad.
Okay. So what I will do is, Seraph, make a perception check.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You can see that... Oh man, how to put this? Okay. You can see that Eldith is starting to leave.
Okay. Get some rest.
She is
Sarah,
just sort of
or
like...
dear Indel.
Yeah, she's gotten her stuff, what little there is, and she's leaving.
I kind of try to quietly get next to her and start walking beside her, not saying anything.
She makes her way up onto the streets of Mantol-Derith. There's like a little stairway that goes back up. It's a little hidden, but it's there. And she just sort of looks over behind her and says, "All right, I'm done. We're done. It's over.
You're done?
Yeah, we're done. I'm not going any further."
Understandable, you did almost get eaten.
Yeah, by that thing.
And Jim Jar lost your shield. Someone did.
Yeah, also that. This is... I'm fine. I'll go to the Zentarum, and maybe I can get work here, and then I'll get a job that takes me up to the surface. Maybe. But I'm not staying with that thing.
Oh, I thought you meant the thing with the elf. You're talking about Darendil, the Quagoth. Gotcha.
The Quagoth. Sure. That, yeah. It.
He is an elf prince, not a
He's
quack.
not. No way. You don't... Do you even, like, know what that thing is? You didn't... You only got to see it snarl at you. You didn't get to feel its teeth and its tongue just getting ready. You can keep traveling along with this band of crazies that you've assembled. That's great. I'm cutting my losses.
You can't blame him. Probably wasn't his fault. I mean...
Are you joking?
I'm just saying, there are powerful magics out there to control the will of others.
Dude,
I hold.
no.
That's it.
No. Stupid mushroom. You don't even know what spell he cast. And it's just a matter of time until he gets better again.
Say that again?
Until he gets better again. The elf cast Greater Restoration.
Oh, oh shit.
He's a
Are
druid.
you sure?
The elf is an archdruid, you idiot. That's why he could summon the spirits of the Fae. That's why he could summon a wall of flame. That's why he could cure a fucking animal of thinking it's anything better than a person.
Just in case you didn't know, he was a strong worshiper of
Cannibalistic god.
Cannibal god.
Yeah, and that's why he did it. Because he knew he needed a monster.
What does a
Darendelle
restoration spell look like? Eldest.
Stool might actually know about Greater Restoration.
Greater Restoration spell cures mental illnesses and diseases and dispels mental affecting spells.
It can cure conditions, most of them.
Most conditions. So if he used Greater Restoration and Darendelle turned back into just a normal Wygoth, then whatever the gem that you use to turn him back to what we know him as is corrupting him in a way that's making him not him. If that made sense.
Which in his case is a very good thing.
I feel like in all of our cases that's a good thing.
That's no good thing. There's nothing good that can come from this. There's nothing good in the Underdark, and you can keep deluding yourself that this is going to turn out well for all of you.
Oh no, we're all going to die, almost certainly. If you haven't come to this conclusion, then I'm sorry, Eldith, you're deluding yourself.
Oh, I'm going to die with my family and be buried in my family's tomb. The rest of you, I could care less at this point.
Well, sorry, little Miss Frickin' High and Mighty. As far as I'm concerned, I haven't done anything against you, so I don't know why you're getting all pissy at me.
No, it's fair. She was captured against her will, taken away from her family.
All of us were, or at least I was too. Her and I are in a very similar boat.
But she's not from here. She's not from the Underdark. She's not used to this kind of...
You think I'm used to being around so many other races?
But you're still from here,
It's simply
Stool.
a fact that creatures of the Underdark are made of much tougher stuff than those of the surface.
Different.
As somebody who finds you a relatively sane person in a group of absolutely insane people, I very much understand your need to leave. If you need to, be on your way. We wish you good luck. However, do keep in mind that while you go out there, you're going into the Underdark by yourself. If you're okay with this,
I'm gonna take my chances. Thanks.
hopefully I won't see you
Unless
again.
you guys want to make a persuader check.
I'm still naked. I'm still... Yeah, I'm sure it doesn't care.
Yeah. It's, you know.
Personally, Ghoul doesn't give a shit right now either.
Grazlax will step forward and say,
I can maybe put a good word in with Gazra, Zentarum Enclave, if that means anything. You've been steadfast dwarf, as short as I've known you.
and she goes, oh god. Alright. Just, you walk ahead of me.
Wait,
No offense.
wait. I just thought of something. Oh my gosh. Eldith, you might not be able to leave. You know,
Huh?
you know weird flashbacks we've been getting?
Flashbacks.
You've not been getting any? Lords of the Abyss?
Well, I've seen a
Nothing
few
was-
fucked up things, yeah. And I've had a few nightmares, but, you know.
You've had a few nightmares. What about exactly? Things that have happened already?
No, not really. Not, well, don't know. It's just
You know,
it's just black. I don't. All this is new to me.
Well, then you may be in a better boat than the rest. All I'm saying is, leave if you want. If you're meant to be here with us, then you will eventually end up back here with us.
if we really want to stop the Lords of the Abyss, which I don't think we can do, but if we're going to try, I don't want to try without having... Oh, well, it doesn't really matter, because Gem Jar's under there. So yeah, never mind. Yeah, Eldith, you're good.
You're confusing me.
I was thinking that we needed all of the members of the party, because if this is an alternate timeline, I don't know if we needed everybody to somehow make the timeline right again or whatever, but
Well, don't
Gem
we
Jar's
remember-
gone, so...
Yeah, didn't many of the alternate reality party members get killed off by now?
Yeah.
And a few of them, they might have.
Right. Like I said, leave if you want. If you're meant to be here, you'll end up back here with us. Stuck in the
Yes.
same hell that we're all stuck in.
Go enjoy your life while you can. Soon, much of this world will be crushed by the Abyss, and then the Abyss will be crushed by Psionics, and this world will belong to the goddess Psionics. But until then, you are quite welcome to do what you want with your life.
Oh, shut up, you freaking preaching stupid fish.
I'm gonna miss that kind of. For all your faults, you're just blatantly assured that you're the most powerful fucking thing around, and I actually think that's
Super
true.
annoying.
I think it's true as
think
well.
it's
Have you
true.
seen this guy fight? Holy...
He doesn't fight.
Yeah.
He just thinks about
Inflate
it,
his
and then they
ego
die.
even more.
Like,
That's
it's
a
just,
great
wow.
idea. Anyway, are we supposed to be sleeping?
Go, sleep. I don't need to sleep.
Well, I don't know. You might see me around until you leave, I guess. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Nothing to be sorry about. Alright. Try not to die. I walk back in.
Go on, and if you
She-
make it back to the dwarves, tell them about the wonders of psionics for me.
Oh, trust me, Gauntlegrim is gonna hear all about this.
You hear Saris laugh from the distance.
Yep. And from there, is there anything you guys want to do?
Not really.
Okay. So, what do you want to do after the long rest?
Guess we're gonna try to catch some grasshoppers.
Oh,
Give me a
God.
survivalist check to find some grasshoppers.
Survival check. Do I want to do this or?
I'm
I don't
sort
know.
of good at survival.
Dang, Stool.
We're gonna do it too.
Oh yeah, Stool's got this.
Stool got it. Stool, you sort of search out with your
Extend
connections.
my senses. I don't even have to look. I just stand in one spot and be like, over there, over there, there.
Yeah, there's a few clusters of them around Mantol-Derith. You do have to wade through some water to get them, but otherwise, yeah, you're gonna find these things. Now we need a some sort of check, like an athletics check, to catch them.
Yeah, someone else.
Oh,
I can
shoe shark.
catch them with my. Yeah, I was catching them with my psionics before. I'm looking to see if I have. Now that I'm awakened, shoe shark, I'm looking to see if he has any good grasshopper catching things.
Oh. I think a Grazalax will also help with his psionics if possible, so he could give you advantage if it's a roll.
Yeah, I'm just seeing what I have because only pacifist shoe shark has the mystic hand talent, which is what I was using.
Does it?
before.
Uh-oh.
Does it not go back and forth over a long rest or something?
It doesn't.
No.
It's a certain number of days, or
Because he
whenever
doesn't
something
sleep.
happens.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, if he went to sleep, it would, but he doesn't.
See what I have.
But But yeah, if there's anything else you wanted to do in Mantol-Derith, now's the time.
I was about to say, as we're catching grasshoppers, at some point, Sereth is just going to stop, stare into the distance for probably...
Oh no.
just until somebody, I don't know, comes up and tries to...
So, Awakened Shushar can interrogate the grasshoppers, he can crush the grasshoppers, but he doesn't have anything to catch grasshoppers.
I think... Does your crush have to do any side points?
No, my psychic hammer doesn't take side points. It's just I pick them up in a big psychic hand and throw them.
Yeah, so I think you and Grazalax can sort of team up and just start crushing and catching some of these grasshoppers.
He never said they had to be in one piece.
No, he didn't. And eventually you'll have enough, as you assume, to sate the immense appetite of Ugalop. Do you return to him?
Yes, and I'm going to switch to my Psychic Inquisition discipline as we're going back to him.
Okay. He is sort of just sitting on his dock, just kicking his legs in the water, just sort of leaning back and just basking in the clammy moistness of the Dark Lake. And then he just sort of whips his head towards you guys, his big eyes just regarding you. And he just waved.
Hello, Ugalop. We are here to make a deal. We have brought you the grasshoppers you desire.
Ah! Great! And he sort of, like, leans over, trying to, like, examine them. I think it's, like, 3 sacks worth, I'd say. And he just sort of observes them as they twitch, and he says, won't wriggle! And he looks a bit sad.
Won't wiggle? You're upset they're dead?
Mm.
Too bad. You didn't specify in what condition they had to be delivered to you in.
I figured...
No, not giggling, wiggling. Like wiggle wiggle? Not get... Yeah, okay, yeah.
I figured... Kuatoa would know! That's the best way.
Well, too bad. This is the easiest way for us to catch them. You take them and give us the boat.
No, my boat. You can ride.
Same thing.
Great! And he sort of drags these sacks over to his boat and says, now?
Yes, now. We're leaving now.
Do we need to make... I turn to Grazalax. Or... does somebody want to maybe go out a little ways and make sure that when this goes away, the people are a little...
I can breathe underwater. I can just swim out a little way with the stone.
Grazalax
Or we could just
sort of... Grazalax, in this sage manner, I'm sure, says, Eldith confirmed how the madness can be treated. I've given her instructions to help alleviate the ills of this place. Perhaps our distance will make that unnecessary. We'll never know until we come back at a later date. For now,
Yeah.
we should focus on Neverlight Grove and this hag.
And I was just gonna say, if we leave with the stone, it doesn't matter anymore.
Oh, it matters. Just not to you.
Right. Anyway, we're going to Neverlight straight off, or did someone say we were going to Gracklestug? I'm pretty sure we were just going
Hemeth
straight
left
to
you
Neverlight.
guys, like he ditched.
Right.
He wanted to go to Gracklestug.
Right. Neverlight Grove, Mr. Cricket Man.
Alright.
Shushar, where do you want to go when all this is over?
Well, my home was destroyed, so I will probably return there. I will rebuild it into a great temple to psionics, and from there the Kuotoa will spread out and bring psionics to the world.
Oogaloop just sort of looks over his shoulder as he's munching down a grasshopper and says,
You want to live with me? No.
How do you feel about a new goddess?
I don't have one.
Well,
'Cause, you
it
know,
sounds like you're
Sloopadoo
in
kinda-
need of one.
Splat.
My goddess is psionics, and with the power of psionics, I was able to catch all of these
Oh
crickets
my
without even moving.
god.
he nods.
Would you want that ability?
He nods.
Well, I will be sure to tell you all about psionics.
I think he has some literature too.
I just see a montage of our long,
I don't want
like,
any
3
lit
word.
chairs. There's no fire on my boat.
I just imagine a long montage, 3-week long montage of everybody like banging their heads against the mast while he says the same spiel over and over again about psionics.
Yep.
Yep.
Alright.
You guys are my best friends.
Thank you,
Does
Ishmael.
Grasselact react at all to me talking about psionics like this?
I think
Ish.
he will. I don't know if he'll have a dissenting opinion, but there will be debates, I'm sure.
Okay.
But
Okay.
you guys start to leave Mantol-Derith. And this boat is readily available to you now, and it will make the trip across the Dark Lake smoothly, guided by this odd little grasshopper eating Kutoa. And from there, I think we'll end our session, because that's a big journey. And yeah.
And also, no need for stopping for food or water because I packed Goodberry, which basically you can use it once a day and make 10
Good
berries,
berry.
which is one berry is enough to sustain someone for a whole day, which means we basically don't have to pack rations ever. As long as
gracious.
I'm alive.
That's really impressive. And if only Eldith could have stuck around for a little longer.
No.
Right?
Aww.
Still
But,
to be good people
you
for
know
eating
what,
mushrooms
guys?
forever.
I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was fun.
I agree. That was a good session.
Who's the big gargoyle dude?
You'll have to ask him.
The world may
Make
never
a-
know.
You can make a religion check if you want.
Can I do that real quick?
Yeah. Okay.
If she describes it to me, can I make a religion check as well?
I am not going to describe
Her
what I
imaginary friend,
might
she's not gonna
possibly.
tell you.
You're not gonna describe your paranoid illusions?
So
No.
Delusions?
Lolth does have competitors in the Abyss. She, unfortunately, likes to stake her claim quite readily and likes to hopefully expand one day with the large amount of children that she hopes to birth in her plane on the Abyss. But she comes into competition from time to time with the Prince of Deception. The Prince of Deception, otherwise known in some circles as the Demon Lord of Illusions, and the owner of the Hollow's Heart, Fraz Blue.
Why does that sound familiar?
Razorblue? Because it sounds like every Kuatoa name ever.
It does kind of.
Because Razalax and
It's their lord, their master, whatever. Okay.
not his master,
Or not master. Oh shit! No, is it the one who took over his fucking?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Go ahead.
Grasalax, I think in the last fight we had some people have visions of the Hollow's Heart, which is a featureless plain of white sand with a spiraling, hooked, and barbed fortress, a citadel in the abyss.
That's
Oh,
what that is.
by Fraz Blue. And I think there's other things that have turned up, but it's been so long that you guys probably, and I as well, might have forgotten them, but you suddenly recognize that you're being haunted by the presence of the Demon Lord of Deception.
As far as demons go, not the worst. So I'm being haunted by a demon ghost of deception. I've got a one of the lords of the abyss of fungi in my head, along with the giant forest. person.
You're just a real estate at this point.
Yeah. Everybody wants a piece of this, man.
And since you're a drow, you're like innately connected to Lalt, so that's
Yeah.
another one.
Oh yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna call it. You guys are gonna be level. What level are you?
5.
5, yeah. You'll be level 5 next session, and I will lead us on a raid. Let's go ahead and raid Bubbernut because he gosh darn deserves it. Go ahead, and if you guys can, join me in sending him some love, because honestly, he deserves it. Bubbernut is not only super handsome voice, like, I heard him do a dragon a while back, and it was like, my bones were ready to just shatter. He was like spooky! It was so spooky!
And this is coming from the person who does the best NPC voices. So obviously,
How dare you?
yeah, I know, I dare.
But come help me, make some noise in this chat room, because gosh darn, we love him. So go ahead, get that raid down, and from there, I'll see you guys in the Discord, I guess. You know,
Yeah.
the usual. I'll be in Rising Moon tomorrow with Askren, and I'll also be doing Festival of Colors come Sunday, and Dark Spring after that. So, by all means, join us. I wish you guys a happy evening, and I really am happy to be back. Hurricane be damned. We'll see you guys next time on the Forefront, okay? Bye-bye.
Bye.